It's game night, and everybody has their characters ready to go, and you're ready to play some D&D. You've got Vigo. He's playing his 3rd level human hunter ranger. There is Orlando. He's playing his 3rd level elf archer, as usual. We've also got John, who's playing his 3rd level dwarf champion fighter. We've got Sean playing his 3rd level human battlemaster fighter. And we've got Ian playing his 3rd level fighter, wizard, cleric, paladin, maybe? You're not too sure. He knows what he's doing. He did some weird multi-class thing. I don't know. Unfortunately, you've also agreed to DM for Elijah and his friends Sean, Billy, and Dominic. However, they're all basically blending their characters together. They're all from the same village, and they're all playing 1st level halfling rogues. You think you can work them in there somehow, but you're not quite sure. It's going to be a tough call for you on game night. So what should you do? Well, you could run a sweet combat encounter to kick things all off. Hi everybody, Mac here with Silver Dragon Academy, and today I just wanted to discuss well-designed combat encounters for your D&D games. A lot goes into getting them ready, and if you want to make them exceptional, check this video out and I'll tell you some tips to do it. So what you can do is you can draw inspiration for your own combat encounters from movies and films that you've seen that maybe your players might have not. In this case, a lot of folks have seen Lord of the Rings, but you can still use the design elements of the film to implement them into your game. So please check out this analysis video and let me know what you think down in the comments. So what we see here is some suspense building and anticipation for what's going to happen. Some encounters can be complete ambushes, but this one's a bit more climactic and epic. And in this instance, each player is getting a chance to prepare and think about what kind of foe they're going to fight. So with that information that they received from maybe their perception checks or investigation checks prior, the players were able to deduce that they are in fact going to be ambushed by orcs of some kind. You can hear their screams, you can hear their shouts. The players maybe did a few rolls to figure out what they're going to fight, and then that can give them some ideas as to how to prepare.
Orcs!
And with the first arrow shot, I imagine this as being the players have rolled for initiative and now the combat has started. However, the enemy isn't upon them quite yet, so they do have some time within initiative to prepare for the combat ahead. And you'll see that soon.
Get back! Take both together!
They have a cave troll.
So as you know now, they do have a cave troll coming as well, which will provide an interesting dynamic that I'll talk about later. And the players have decided to barricade the door because there's only one entryway into this room, which provides them with a chance to eliminate some of their foes early on. As well, they have spent their time drawing their blades, getting ready for the fight, and you'll see soon they'll even ready their attacks to fire at the first enemy that comes through to give them that extra advantage against a superior foe. So they fired their first few shots as the enemy tried to break through their meager barricade, and just after this they're going to burst through and things are going to kick off. So as you can see, they do have only the one entryway to enter, so that'll give them a bit of a benefit, but there's just going to be so many that they're going to be overwhelmed slightly, and you're going to see that coming up soon. Also, look for the 360 goblin, because that one gives me a chuckle every single time I see it. So here's a great example of how having varying difficulties of monster can provide opportunities for a party such as this, where there's more experienced characters and there's less experienced characters. So there you can see the higher level characters were able to really show their stuff against weaker enemies like goblins, and they can take them out no problem. They can really show off their abilities and powers that way. I really like this in the form of encounter because the first level characters are still challenged slightly, but they have enough at their disposal to hold their own, along with the high level characters who can really show their stuff in these moments. With the introduction of a higher level threat in this encounter, it really throws a wrench in how things have been going thus far. As well, this is a great way to showcase how to roleplay a higher level monster that is not as well trained and maybe kind of stupid, in that it spreads out the damage between the characters and it doesn't focus in on one. So yes, it hits hard and it's a major threat that needs to be dealt with collectively, but it's not going to be so destructive that it's going to completely kill your characters. So as you can see, the goblins provide enough of a threat that they still need to be dealt with, but they're still very, very weak, and they're not really going to cause too much damage to the higher level characters, and they'll probably focus on them because they are more powerful than the level 1s. So here you can see that the DM is mad that Elijah just showed up without a moment's notice with 3 of his buddies. And I think he's really taking it out on Elijah now, but he didn't really do anything wrong. He should have just been better at communicating with his DM. So in the end, the heroes do triumph. As you know in the film, Elijah is totally fine, and I think the DM might have just fudged some of his death saving throws, because I think giving a mithril shirt at level 1 is pretty powerful, but you know, to each their own. Some people run it however they wish. All in all, this clip showcases a really awesome combat encounter idea that you can run at your table. It has suspense, it has some action, it has a wide variety of monsters and scenarios, as well as terrain to consider. There's a lot of verticality to the space as well. There's cover, all kinds of things. So if you can consider these things when designing your combat encounters, they will turn out really, really fantastic. If you know of any other movies or TV shows that showcase really awesome encounter design, please leave a comment and let me know. I'd be happy to go through them and check them out, even just for my own viewing pleasure. If you like the video, give it a like, and subscribe for more tabletop content. Have a nice night.